You know that feeling when you're watching a movie and it's like, it's not just a story on a screen anymore. You kind of dissolve into it. You're living the character's life, feeling their pain, their victories. And then when the credits roll, you feel a little different, a little stronger, like a spark just went off inside you, giving you this jolt of energy. Well, today I want to share 8 of those films with you. I kind of call them my movie batteries. They're the stories that after I watch them, I want to live life to the absolute fullest, mainly because I really see myself in these characters. So get comfortable. I'm going to let you in on my personal sources of inspiration. I've broken this little journey down into 3 parts. First up, we've got the spark you need to just start. Then we'll talk about the strength you need to fight. And finally, the secret to building a truly happy life. So let's start with that first step, right? Because that is almost always the hardest part. These are the films that make you want to slam, shut the book of what ifs, and start writing the book of what is. Our first film is Last Holiday. And when I look at the main character, Georgia Bird, I can't help but think, oh my gosh, that's me. She's got this boring job, a scrapbook filled with dreams, but she's too scared to take that first step. And that feeling of being stuck, of holding yourself back, yeah, I know that all too well. And then bam, a terminal diagnosis changes everything. But instead of just giving up, she decides to live, like right here, right now. Her journey is just this huge reminder that we don't need a crisis to start living our own lives. We can literally start today. It all comes down to this one idea. She transforms her book of possibilities, that secret scrapbook of dreams, into her book of realities. It's such a powerful shift from just dreaming to actually doing. And it makes me look at my own life and ask what's really stopping me. Okay, next is Pay It Forward. And this film is just pure magic. It's about a little boy named Trevor who comes up with this beautifully simple yet world-changing idea. And it all came from a simple school assignment. Think of an idea to change the world and put it into action. And when I see him start this chain of kindness, I don't know, I get a lump in my throat every single time. I start thinking, what if I could do something like that? Just one small act of kindness, and then another. Maybe my little drop of good could create ripples and change someone's world too. And here's the amazing part. This idea didn't just stay in the movie. It totally exploded into a real-world movement, inspiring millions of good deeds all over the globe. It just goes to show you that one person's hopeful idea can genuinely change things. Our third film, Feel the Beat, hits so close to home. The main character, April, feels totally stuck in a routine, in a job that brings her zero joy, and she just up and leaves. My heart just stops when I watch her do it. I mean, it's terrifying, isn't it, to leave everything you know behind? But she does it. And watching her build her life from scratch, I realize it's not really an ending. It's a new beginning. It's a chance to create the life you've always dreamed of. And the magic wasn't just on the screen. The cast became a real family behind the scenes, having picnics and sing-alongs. Their genuine bond totally mirrored the story, and it shows that when you take that leap, you don't always land alone. So that spark to start is one thing, but sometimes life throws things at you that require more than just a leap of faith. Sometimes you have to dig deep and actually fight for the life you want. This next set of films, wow, they're about sheer, unbelievable resilience. These are the stories that show us the incredible strength we all have buried deep inside. So, Peaceful Warrior teaches that it's not about being the best, but about being real. Dan Millman is this amazing gymnast who thinks medals are everything. And that constant chase for some external goal, thinking that's where happiness is, yeah, that feels very familiar. His mentor, who he calls Socrates, teaches him this profound lesson. And as I watched Dan, I realized the most important battle isn't on the pommel horse, no way. It's the fight against your own fear, your own self-doubt. That's the real competition. The legendary critic, Roger Ebert, asked this very question, and it really gets to the heart of the film. It doesn't matter if Socrates, the wise old mechanic, is real or just a figment of Dan's imagination. The point is that the whole journey is internal. It's about taking out the trash in your own mind. Okay. The film, Bleed for This, is a story of just pure willpower. I mean, the boxer, Vinny Pazienza, doctors told him he would never walk again, let alone fight, but he simply refused to accept it. He chose to fight back. That 4, you see, that represents the 4 screws drilled directly into his skull to hold a metal halo brace in place. I tried to imagine that, and honestly, I think I would have given up, but he didn't. He started training while he was still wearing it, proving there's always a chance if you just believe. The timeline of his comeback is it's incredible. Just 13 months after being told he might never walk again, he was back in the ring and winning. It just proves that nothing is impossible if you want it badly enough. Our next film, Legend Number 17, is about another true battle for a dream. Valery Kharlamov, the Russian hockey legend, suffers a terrible car accident. The pain he must have gone through, it's just unimaginable, but he never gave up. He endures all of it because he has this one singular goal. And watching his fight reminds me that our biggest dreams are worth the pain and the struggle it takes to achieve them. And the film doesn't shy away from the harsh realities of his world, which makes his fight even more inspiring. It reminds me that even when it hurts, you have to get back up. You have to keep going. So we found this spark. We've learned how to fight, but what comes next? How do you take all that strength and build a life that's not just about surviving, but about genuine, lasting happiness? This final set of films explores that very question. They're about finding joy in the ordinary and really cherishing the life you fought so hard to build. First in this section is About Time. Oh, how I love this film. On the surface, it's this really sweet romantic comedy with a time travel twist. But hidden inside is such profound wisdom about life. The main character, Tim, can travel back in time to fix his mistakes. But what he learns is that happiness isn't about creating a perfect past. It's about truly living in the present. As one viewer put it, this film genuinely changes how you see your life. For a lot of viewers, the real secret of the film wasn't even the romance, but the beautiful father-son story. The lesson is simple, but so powerful. Be happy now and cherish the people you love. And finally, we have the world's fastest Indian, and its hero, Burt Munro, he's incredible. He doesn't care about his age or what anyone else thinks. He is completely, wonderfully obsessed with his dream of setting a land speed record. I just love his stubbornness, his absolute belief in himself. This inscription from his workshop says it all. He saw every broken part not as a failure, but as a necessary sacrifice to achieve his goal. That kind of focus is just so inspiring. The man had no money, so he built his record-breaking motorcycle by hand from scrap metal. He literally carved engine rods out of a truck axle. It just proves that it is never, ever too late to start doing what you love. So there you have it. Those are my movie batteries. The stories that recharge my soul and make me want to live a bigger, fuller life. Each of these films kind of whispers a different lesson, but they all lead to the same place. Don't wait. Fight for your dreams. Be kind and cherish this moment because it's all we truly have. So now I want to ask you, what's one small thing you can do right now to feel a little more alive? It doesn't have to be big. What's your first step? And I would love to know what inspires you. Which film from my list means something special to you? Or do you have your own movie inspiration? Please share it in the comments below. I'd be so interested to see what stories light you up. If you enjoyed this little journey through the films that inspire me, please give this a like and subscribe for more. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one.